We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K.
And we've got some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, Dallas sitting there 4 spots below.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic, also Seth Curry out there. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. Denver with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. Doncic with the steal. All alone. And it's Curry laying it in.
Anticipating before the play can happen, Luka Doncic gets the break started.
Murray outside. Porter against Hardaway. Outside for Murray. Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here's Craig following the score by Dallas. Here's Millsap, and again it's Denver.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Doncic. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Murray kicks to Craig. Murray surveying the D. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas. And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Morris into the lane.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. He's been dominant over the last month. 14th in rebounding, 18th in steals, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here are the Mavericks now. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Wright off target with the free throw line, Jay. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And the dunk by Ball.
hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Doncic, and that one falls for Bol.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
Here's Morris. The Mavericks making the shot. A rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Fourth, the Nuggets.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
There's 53 seconds left in the first. To the inside. Here's Grant. Got a piece of it. Hangs. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Denver. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Burke, the pass to Wright. No good on the three. Nuggets trail. In the corner, Daniels. The offensive rebound. Back to Grant. There's the triple. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Second chance shot. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 4. They grab their own miss. Plumlee against Marjanovic. 6 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. Plumlee, no luck. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Grant. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Grant's got his first points of the night.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Basket good.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Barea looking over the floor. And right, here we go. Marjanovic, great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The pass to Plumlee. Back to Morris. Bol with it. Passes it to Morris. And here's Plumlee. Burke covering. Here's Bol. Here's Grant in the corner. Daniels. Pass to Bol. Tries again. He's off on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Burke with it. Guarded now by Morris. That's good from Burke on the assist by Wright. Burke's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Morris into the lane. Basket counts. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Jokic outside. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And it's good. 2 points. Hardaway has got his first 2 points.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Murray kicks to Porter. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
The great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Bucket is good. And now an 8-point Dallas lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Baseline J on the way. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
To the middle. Here's Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Dozier. Murray kicks to Dozier. Shot clock at 5. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Daniels, guarded by Kirk. The clock runs out, and we're heading to half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And a wide open look for Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Millsap. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And Murray subbed in for Doncic. Grant right side. Morris outside. Yep, that one goes. Morris has got 10 points in the game.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Burks is checked in, and that one's good. Right.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Grant in the post. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Kleber. Jokic defending. And Burke has it in the corner. Over Morris. Burke can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 13.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Craig passes to Dozier. We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. That shot off. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Troy Daniels comes in for Monte Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Luka Doncic. He's checked in for Trey Burke. Count that one. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Craig. Dozier kicks to Craig. And there's the pass to Dozier. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Tries again. Jokic, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Right, the pass to Porzingis. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, how pretty is that at 7'3"? Kristaps Porzingis knows he can get his shot anytime he wants.
And so it's Dallas, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had and we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was look out! Strong finish. What you love is how complete a player Kristaps Porzingis is. There is a variety of ways with which he can score it.
Here's Craig, headed by Hardaway. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Doncic, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Daniels dishes to Millsap. Back to Daniels. And the layup's good off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Mavericks leading by 13. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And Jokic throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Feeds to Millsap. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Porter against Curry. Porter kicks to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Pass to Curry. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Down low, Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Kleba. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Monte Morris is checked in for Denver. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Jokic against Porzingis. Clock at 6. Left side, Porter. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jackson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lee's checked in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. And stolen by Bull.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Porzingis.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
1:03 left in the game. From deep, Jokic, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. It's a 13-point game. Inside, that's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Jokic, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Free. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10. And he is unable to get the second one. Lee in the posts. The pass to Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Barea against Morris. Shoots over Barea. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one that...
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Swag.
Give me a food.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose.
We bring you tonight into Portland. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Let's take a look at Dallas. Right now at the playoff start, they would have the 7th seed. And checking out Portland, a couple spots below.
And when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic. I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Here's Lillard. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Burke, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Stolen by McCollum. Here we go, one-on-one. Collins with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lillard from outside, kept alive. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony dishes to Collins. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
Burke kicks to Curry. Back to Burke. Over Lillard. And another basket for Dallas.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
And it's good for 2. Collins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is where you want Collins to get the ball. He's a throwback kind of big man who thrives inside.
Hardaway passes to Burke. Back to Hardaway. Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Porzingis can't hit.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Zach Collins. And Dallas also making a switch. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here is Curry after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. In the corner, it's Kleber. Porzingis trying to get free. Kleber with the bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's McCollum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing. Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Here's Lillard. The Mavericks making the shot. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Mavericks with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Trey Burke. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Hardaway. No good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Back to Hazonia. Now here's Marjanovic. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That gives them the lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Hazonia. Here's Trent. Here's Simons. And the 3 off target. Now here's Barea. Guarded closely. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Whiteside. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's Dallas up by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be.
playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, Jamie. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter, but now it's paying off.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Back to Whiteside. Now the pass to Simons. For the 3. They get it back. Hazonia's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 3. Kleba kicks to right. Back to Kleba. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like Kevin Durant. He couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that was just incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Schrempf. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Trent, guarded by Doncic. Right side, no good. The Mavericks leading. Three-pointer right. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
And finish off by Hazonia.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Trent, guarded by Barea. Trent passes to Hazonia. It's deflected. Right down low to the paint. Marjanovic, and he gets contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That's a terrific set that they just ran.
1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Here's Simons. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Here's Kleba. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 1:19 left to play here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Doncic. Fast break, Dallas. Ahead. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Trent. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Outside for Barea. Down low. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Hezonja. Here's Simons. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Back to Barea. Shoots the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our... The first quarter from the Mavericks was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka Doncic out there with Curry. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4-man position.
Love the heart that Collins is playing with. He makes use to give his all on the offensive glass.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. The game on the line, you know what time it is. It's game time.
Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
You know, Kevin, the percentage is going to do him justice. Off the dribble, contested from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the 3-ball is good. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. Lillard with it. 10 points for him. Collins. And Collins is right there. Collins has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Lillard against Doncic. Beyond the arc. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And so confident, even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Trey Burke's checked in for Hardaway.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum up top, guarded by Kerr. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Lillard. Burke covering. Good. And that's 12 points for Lillard.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
Kleber, no good. Trail Blazers trail by 4. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And that one's good. Burke. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Unable to get that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. Pass to Porzingis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a 5-point Maverick lead. Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. McCollum outside. Five to shoot. Shot from the wing. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 5. Curry with it. Now defended by McCollum. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. With the shot and game clock separated by 4. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCullough. He doesn't back down from defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Burke. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Dallas. 3-point lead. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Trent, guarded by Wright.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
From outside the arc, cans it from downtown. Wright's got 7 points. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Whiteside is out there with Anthony. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Here's Simons, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And right, here we go. Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Using incredible balance and mobility for his position. Nurkic drives all the way to the rim.
And the pass to Trent. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
Mavericks making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Here's Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
And he's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. With his first shot attempt, and right through it goes.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score. Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now Lillard. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Count it. Good. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here is Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half. And Doncic gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And it's Lillard again missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
A putback. And it's Portland with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Anthony drives in, and he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Nurkic with the double team. Pass to Curry. Takes a 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Lillard. Great D that time from Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 7. And Doncic, here we go. Finney-Smith, a chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Collins finds McCollum, takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Lillard against Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Nurkic with the double team. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Collins is running. Lillard from outside. That shot no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Lillard attacking. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Here's Doncic. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency. That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Trent's checked in. Here's Finney-Smith from deep 3-point range from beyond the arc and then some. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Trent passes to McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And McCullough is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Lillard. The putback offline. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic. He's out there with Curry. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Here's George following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And that one is good from Zubac. About a minute played so far here in the first. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And so here is Dallas. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Finney Smith shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe you're a team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Beverley. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Back to Zubac. Clock at 6. George hacks a 2-pointer. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Curry finds Porzingis. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
It was really that second wave in the rotation that took the offense to another level.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Porzingis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Doncic. He's averaging 28 points, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
George. Williams for 3. The shot comes out, and the Mavericks going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Leonard, the pass to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard, and it's Jackson in for George. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Outside Jackson. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. A wide open look here for Wright. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And Williams, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
Burke looking over the floor. In the corner, it's Kleba. Back to Burke. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right, the pass to Porzingis. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Pass to Williams. And Wright pulls it down.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Green in its center. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
For 3, Williams, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right outside. Burke with it. Jackson on him. Here's Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Marjanovic kicks to right. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
Here's Kleba, covered by Morris. Here's Marjanovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Green. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Outside Curry. To the inside. Marjanovic passes to Burke. Out left to the wing. Dallas moving it around. Back to Kleba. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Beverley wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
And that one's good. Burke. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Left side, Leonard. The shot from the low post is good. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Outside Curry. Here's Kleba. He's covered by Leonard. And Curry, here we go. It's blocked. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's George. The Clippers rebound. Leonard finds George. Nice shot from 10 feet out. George has got 7.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
The pass to Burke. Jacks up a 3, but he gets it back. Here's Kleba. He's covered by Leonard. Now here's Burke. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Leonard attacking. Curry against Beverley. Dishes it to Leonard. Puts the move on. Pass to Jackson. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Curry outside. The Mavericks rebound. Hardaway kicks to Curry. Here's Doncic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. Here's Morris. And he lays it straight in. Morris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Up top, Doncic. Defended by Beverley. Curry against George. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Doncic, and that one's on target from the wing. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Curry brings the double. And here's Morris for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their home. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Take a look here at the numbers for Porzingis. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Second in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And as you said, one rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hardaway has got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Tipped away. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. Green dishes to Morris. Outside, George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. A pass to Porzingis. Here's Barea. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's George. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Back to Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. From past the arc. And Barea with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Barea's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Dallas. Leonard the pass to George. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Green, the pass to Jackson. Outside Hardaway. Doncic outside, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Out to the right wing. Kleba kicks to Doncic. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Clippers trail by 9. There's Jackson with the 3. No good that time. Outside Hardaway. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
And for a long time, Jamichael Green was mostly an energy player. Smitty, he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Connects from three-point range. 9 points for Tim Hardaway.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Jackson passes to Shamet. Outside, Green. Fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Kleba. Passes it to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
The Clippers again turning it over. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Jamichael Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's George in for Jackson. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic against Beverley. Pass to Curry. Leonard with the steal. Porzingis with the steal. In the corner, it's Kleba. To the middle. Out to Hardaway. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleba. On the wing, Hardaway. From the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
From deep, Zubac's no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Curry outside. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Curry finds Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
George, that's a two-pointer. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Dallas.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
6 to shoot. From the line. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Beverly for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverly. Knocking down the spot-up J.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kid Gilchrist finds Lee. Here's Mann. No good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
Welcome back to 2K TV, Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
it.
Up next, it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's President DA. Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Millsap.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof. And I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
And now the Nuggets, fast break. Murray with the ball. And that one drops. Murray's got his second bucket tonight.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
And Doncic gets it to go. And you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
Porter lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Craig, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Curry with the 3.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Craig's got 5 now.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Curry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Mark, do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Collins back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Up and in on the layup. He's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Passes it to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
It's stolen by Curry. And the dunk by Doncic.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
And it's Murray penetrating. Banked in off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Drops in the tray.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Takes the 3. Up again. Jokic on the follow.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Curry with the 3, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Wright. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Hardaway goes in. Lays it up off the glass.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Grant with the ball. And the rejection by Marjanovic. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has... And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Denver.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Jeremy Grant, also Bull out there. Pudley out there with Morris, and it's Dozier in the 2-guard. Morris doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 4. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact mark when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
The Nuggets shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Morris into the lane.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Mason Plumlee. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Barea kicks to Burke. Shot from 12. Here's Marjanovic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Right outside. To the inside. Here's Burke. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
There's the pass to Wright. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Burke. And it's Denver with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Here's Grant. Morris outside. Bull with it. Wright's there. Plumlee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Down low, knocked away. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for DeLon Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Porter comes in for Bull. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Now Daniels after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. That's good from Porter on the assist by Paul Millsap. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the pass to burn the opponent.
And Barea has it in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Plumlee. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. Plumlee's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Murray against Barea. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Porzingis finds Barea. Doncic against Murray. And that one, good. Doncic has got 12.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Murray, good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Kleba. Another 3 for Dallas.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And that'll about do it as we get ready.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Porzingis. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Millsap attacking, and Millsap slams it in.
You just can't give Millsap these kinds of lanes to the rim. He's phenomenal at seeing the floor and knifing his way to the basket.
And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
Porter. He can't get that one, and the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Hardaway passes to Curry, and that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 5th in three-point shooting, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Bowles checked in. Pass to Dozier. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Back to Morris. And stolen by Wright. Here's Hardaway. Sweet little floater.
Well, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
Shoots from 12. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 3. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. He brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
And that's a foul called on Bol Bol. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Troy Daniels is checked in for Denver. Morris with the bucket.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. Over Jokic. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket for Marjanovic. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Passes it to Daniels. Here's Dozier, guarded by Wright. Back to Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Wright.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And a switcher also for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Grant. Here's Jokic. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 4th rebound in this one. Curry dishes to Wright. Curry looking around. Back to Wright. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instinct. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Wright. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Monte Morris. Denver in the lead. And there's the pass to Millsap. Here's Craig. Pass to Daniel. It's his first trip to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Denver, Troy Daniels.
That free throw good from Daniels. Both free throws good from Daniels. 5 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Curry with the three. Not going to go that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Nuggets. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2. Jokic finds Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 6 points for Michael Porter.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Sinks the triple.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Denver on D. They now take the lead. Doncic has got the lead up to 3 now for Dallas. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Murray, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On when you see that step back three, Clark for Doncic. Shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what? They say Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
Murray against Curry. Murray, the pass to Craig. No good, unable to end this run. Dallas leading by 5. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Denver passing it around. Now Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, Murray is quite skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting himself to the line.
And so he hits both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Millsap with the double team. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Outside Curry. On the wing, Doncic. No good from outside.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now. How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
1:52 left in the fourth. Murray, that's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
Doncic kicks the curve. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
To the paint, here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And that's why Millsap has all those zeros at the end of his pay stub, fellas. Comfortable stepping up, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Out of bounds, Denver takes possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Murray against Doncic. The kick out to Porter. Back to Murray. To tie it up. And he lays it up and in. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer. Somebody who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the floor, off the catch or dribble.
Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moment. Why? He's an impact player.
Murray, the pass to Craig. Murray against Doncic. Craig kicks to Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. He's perfect from the line this time.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. He's off from 3. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He sinks the clutch free throw.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well. Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Gets the 3 to fall.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Here's Murray.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
You guessed it, we're going to have a technical foul here. They tried to call a timeout, but already had used all of them. I think just lost track of the situation.
Yeah, major mental lapse there. He's got to know they're out of timeouts. Just a total unnecessary technique.
You're right, Jay. He won't live that one down easily. Not his proudest moment.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers, just a couple spots back.
And for the Trailblazers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. Now here's Anthony. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. And that one's good, Lillard. And in tonight's game, pride definitely burned at stake when you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams. Talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive matches.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? He kind of took care of it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Anthony. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Melo being ultra aggressive now. You give him a lane to the basket, you're going to get results like that.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter basketball. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. Count it.
Even with the defense all over him, Collins sticking with it.
Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Doncic, here we go. Stolen by Collins. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Collins. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
He's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Here's McCollum. And that one drops for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Doncic outside. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Little. For the finish, flushes it down to finish the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
McCollum, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. McCollum against Curry. McCollum passes to Simons. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Out to Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
A quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
On the wing, Hardaway. From down in the low post, it goes. Hardaway has got 7 points in the game.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard. And it's the Mavericks with the ball, trailing by 2 to the left wing from downtown. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Barea. Burke's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Inside, Hazonia, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Dallas gets called for the foul. Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Collins subbed in for a Little. Marjanovic, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Portland leading. Pass to Hazonia. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Nurkic using his body that time. A polished move.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Lillard with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Now here's Burke, covered by Lillard. Looking to end the run. Dallas, no good that time either. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Here's Kleba, nailed from three-point land. Kleba's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Finney Smith kicks to Kleba. 5 on the clock. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Lillard surveying the D. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 7.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Right with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the layup falls. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing them.
Now here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Portland with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. 6 on the shot clock. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Finney Smith. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. It's Anthony with the drive. Porzingis with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Throws it up high. Porzingis is doubled. Feeds it to Hardaway. Comes up empty down low.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The pass to Porzingis. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us, folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Luka Doncic, also Seth Curry out there, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in a power forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Here's Lillard. following the score by Dallas. Tries from 16. 2 points. That one goes. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Well, Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Back to Lillard. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. He dishes it to Collins. A three from McCollum, and he's good on the three ball. McCollum's got 5. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Back to Marjanovic. Shoots over Nurkic. Marjanovic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Hezonja finds Collins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Collins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Collins sees an opening, gets to the opening, and drives in.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Takes it from 10. Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. He rifled that one in from distance. And it's a 10-point Portland lead.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. 3-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Back to Doncic. The 3. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And that's now 9 points for Luka Doncic.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Trent. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic. The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Good on both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Berea against Lillard. 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Dallas needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock, and 2 free throws coming. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside Curry. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Now, here's Whiteside. Pulls it up. Anthony's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Kicks it out to Collins. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7", reach over the top, snatch that.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for J.J. Barea.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
First one falls for him. Jokic checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland leading by 16. Lillard attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 20 points for Damian Lillard.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around, and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Now here's McCollum. After Luka Doncic's miss, Anthony's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Trailblazers leading by 17. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. To the middle. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Anthony.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And Doncic, here we go.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Curry can't get it to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now here's McCollum. Doncic with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Got that one up quick.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Pass to McCollum. Now here's Anthony. Now here's Whiteside. Guarded by Hardaway. Whiteside, good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the five. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Curry. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot, Doris, becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
And you gotta like Beverly's shot selection. A quality scorer who cashes in when the D isn't up on it.
Here's Porzingis, and he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Leonard, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Now Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Now Hardaway. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Doncic feeling it out. Back to Hardaway. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
That's tipped. Curry against George. It's not going to go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Finney Smith can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Down low, here's Beverly. The three from Leonard, good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 7 points.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Beverly against Doncic. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Passes to George. To the paint. Outside Hardaway. Puts up a three. Smith. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. A three from Morris. They get the rebound.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Mavericks trail by 3. Jokic passes to Curry. To the inside. Porzingis. That one, no good. George with the defensive effort. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beverly wide open. No good on the triple. Dallas is gone 0-2 from deep. And a deep three from Curry. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
And it's Beverly missing. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's a tie game in Dallas. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Jackson. Jermichael Green is out there with Morris. Then it's Williams. And it's Shamet in at the 3. Wright finds Marjanovic. And the shot goes in. Marjanovic has got his first basket.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Back to Green. Shoots over Marjanovic. And there's Green on the assist by Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
It's stolen by Green. Shamet the pass to Morris. There's Jackson with the 3. A rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks leading. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Down low, here's Green. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Green's got his second basket of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Wright. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Kleba, covered by Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas, no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And stolen by Burke. Taken away by Williams. Here's Shamet. Up again. And the second chance effort by Jackson. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Inside, it's stolen by Marjanovic. To the left side wing. Burke looking over the floor. It's to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Barea. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. And then for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Landry Shamet. Porzingis can't hit. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 4. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Leonard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Doncic. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 5 now.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
George, no good. Mavericks trailed by 7.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2 for 1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright.
Well, what a pleasure to have a 7-footer who you can play through, because Kristaps Porzingis, that nice shooting form, carries over to the free throw line. That is crucial.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Doncic, and the layup is good. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Here's Beverly, again, Los Angeles. Here's Doncic. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with... And...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Here's Doncic. He's got 7. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Zubac has got his first basket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. Out to the wing. Porzingis finds Hardaway. Outside Curry. 3 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. Here's George. The teardrop falls in. George has got 6 points.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
That one good for 2. And that's 11 points for Porzingis.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Outside Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 7. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. George dishes to Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Dallas no good that time either. Clippers leading by 9. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Fires the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hardaway with it. Leonard's there. And contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Morris kicks to Beverly. George, that's a 2-pointer. Morris, great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot by George, wide open. Offensive rebound.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Clippers leading by 11. Morris outside. Leonard on the wing. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Landry Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Green in at the center, filling out the middle. Jackson drives in, and the shot goes down. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
From deep, Green. That one's not going to go. And it's Dallas the other way. Marjanovic finds Barea. Good on the bucket.
I'll tell you, hasn't always been a high percentage shooter, but he's dangerous. And Barea will keep coming at you until you stop him.
Leonard inside. Tight on him. And Leonard gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Kleba, guarded by Jackson. Right for 3. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Williams. Off with the layup. For Dallas, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And that one's good.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Jackson. Count it. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Williams against Barea. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Barea. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Here's Burke. Dallas again missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Seth Curry comes in for DeLon Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic and a pretty pass right there.
George against Kerr. And George kicks to Zubac. Beverley for 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people, Doris, would put Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's a former Defensive Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
The pass to Curry. Jokic outside. No good with the triple.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
George with the bucket.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris.